The Israeli military says its air defences have intercepted a projectile fired from Yemen towards its territory. Air raid sirens sounded in several areas. The Houthis have been launching rockets towards Israel since soon after the war on Gaza began back in October 2023. The armed group says it is in solidarity with Palestinians. We're going to speak now to Nour, Odeh, who's in Amman, Jordan. She's there because the Israeli government and the Palestinian Authority have banned Jazeera from reporting inside Israel as well as the occupied West Bank. As I mentioned, there are alerts across Israel this morning after Israel said another missile was fired from Yemen. What more details do you have, Nour?
Well, Tom, the Israeli military says it intercepted that missile outside of Israeli territory, so there was no danger to the residents of the Tel Aviv and the larger Jerusalem area. Nonetheless, of course, this is extremely disruptive. You're talking about the heart of the Israeli economy, the Ben Gurion airport, the main airport in Israel. So the disruption, the economic impact is quite high, and it's something that Israelis had thought they were past when the ceasefire in Lebanon and the ceasefire in Gaza were reached. But now they're back to that routine where they have to watch for alerts, to head to the nearest shelter, to take cover when the alarms go off, because even if the missile doesn't really create impact, there is that fear of shrapnel at the very least.
And we also understand the Israeli cabinet met. Can you just explain what came out of that?
Well, very important decisions, in fact, Tom, came out of that ministerial meeting. On the one hand, the cabinet announced the approval of a proposal by Israel Katz, the Minister of Defense, to facilitate basically the ethnic cleansing of Gaza. The statement called it the voluntary migration from Gaza in implementation of the Donald Trump plan. Now, you recall that when Donald Trump proposed that the U.S. would take over Gaza and that the population there would have to be moved somewhere else, the Minister of Defense said that he would set up a directorate in the Ministry of Defense, the Israeli Ministry of Defense, to facilitate that. Now it is government policy. And of course, when it is described as voluntary, we have to remember that Israel has imposed a choking siege for the past 22 or 23 days. Not a drop of water, food, medicine, and humanitarian aid has entered the Gaza Strip. In addition to the bombardment and the forced displacement orders, you have extreme pressure and the threat and the looming threat of starvation on the entire population. So the plan is to facilitate any Palestinian who signals they're willing to leave Gaza by air, by sea, by water, by land. They are willing to help him or her do that.
OK, thank you so much, Nour Odeh, for us there in Amman.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.